2020 brought us so many unexpected experiences for all of us. But tonight we are here to covering the red carpet of Beckman. After so many months, we are here finally in Universal Hilton, and we are looking forward to ask some questions from the stars of the film.
Hi Jeff, hi David.
Hi, I like your masks.
Oh, thank you. It's publicizing your film.
Yeah, that's right. It's very nice.
All right, so we've seen many action movies, we've seen many kidnap topic movie. What is the difference? What could you mention as a difference? What all we think about the action and kidnapping movies?
Wait, did you catch that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So, which David was just talking about, and it's mixing the genres and taking the faith-based film, but expanding it and moving it into the action genre, which actually hopefully expands the demographics, and it's not just people of faith, if you will, that will watch the film, but there are others that don't watch faith-based films that will enjoy it as a good yarn, a good action film with heart and soul in the center, which every good film has. Whether one wants to call it a faith-based or not, there's that heart and soul in the center of the film. And I think that's what makes this stand alone, or stand at the beginning of what is hopefully a new genre, a mix of genres, if you will, the faith-based action film. How's that sound?
Yeah? I think that's, yeah. I mean, there's never been a faith-based action revenge movie. And so, that was, we've been fans of obviously revenge movies, and a lot of people are for many reasons. But where does faith play into that? And I think in the middle of all of the, you've done some of that in some of your films. Obviously, you've had some amazing church scenes that we've seen.
That wouldn't be considered faith-based films, but if you look at any wonderful film historically in Hollywood, whatever the religious slant, if you will, is on it, or there is no religion, there's faith. There's hope.
Yeah.
There's your antagonist is always the obstacle that your protagonist has to overcome, and one can call that faith, and one can call it just a good yarn.
And do you know that? What do you think about that? That people's the faith, did it change in this quarantine time? We have a different attitude for faith nowadays, because it was a very challenging time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did it change? Because maybe more people have more faith. I don't know.
I think there's, obviously the last several months have been really tough on the world in so many different ways. And, the way I kind of think of it is a lot of us, people have felt like they're free-falling because they don't know exactly when it's going to be over. They don't know, whether they have a job at the end of the day. They don't know whether they even have a relationship on some. But in all that, what is our purpose? What is our meaning? What is the greater, what's the greater good here in all of this? Where does it come out? And I think a lot of people can start to think a little bit more openly about faith in lots of ways. So, and this film, I think, is, it's about a hitman who finds faith, and then, it's about second chances is what it's about, forgiveness.
Well, we are very curious of this movie, but I know that you made another movie because of the quarantine time. So could you tell me something about it? Finding Love in Quarantine?
Oh, yeah. Well, as we were sitting in our house and with my daughter, we decided to make a movie, and and so we made a movie called Finding Love in Quarantine with Eva LaRue and Tom Arnold and Stacey Dash and others, and it's just a sweet look about a dad who never really had a relationship much with his daughter because of the time frame. He was always busy, he was always working, and all of a sudden he was forced to spend time with his daughter, and then of course, where does romance and dating come out of that whole thing? So, it's fun. It's a fun film.
Could you tell me something about your friendship? Last question.
We did a film together about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And Yeah, that's where we first met, David and his group, and then they called me. We reconnected about 10 years later, about 9 years later, and then they asked me to do this film, and I jumped in, read the screenplay, dug what they were attempting to do, and am very proud to say they've accomplished it, and I'm happy to be part of it. Yeah. We're
We
talking
will.
about one right now.
And not
Yes.
10 years.
Yes.
Much quicker.
This is Virag Vida reporting for Bionic Buzz. Stay safe, stay connected. We're still on the board and we're still showing our passion.